Welcome back to Good and Crazy News, y'all. Oh my God. Oh my God. The name of that tune is called the Hard Times March, because guess what it's going to be a hard time march for? Darius Jackson for fucking with our girl KeKe Palmer down to the Los Angeles. Y'all, welcome back. Oh my God. We have a very heavy show for you guys tonight. It's not going to be so light and airy. I'm going to try to make it as light as airy as I can, but welcome back to Good and Crazy News, y'all. We need 1,000 subscribers. Let's go. Oh my God. I had to play that Hard Times March for KeKe Palmer. What makes Darius Jackson think that he can beat up on KeKe Palmer, America's niece, no less, and nobody's gonna check him on it? He better be lucky that all the old heads are old right now, like the Snoop Dogs and the Suge Knights and all of them, because he'll be done if it wasn't for that. It says right here, in documents filed in Los Angeles court on November the 9th and obtained by NBC News, the Nope actress accused her former partner of physically and emotionally abusing her throughout their 2-year relationship and after their breakup, which she said occurred in October. Palmer and Jackson declined to comment when contacted by NBC News. Now, they showed the pictures. She had pictures up there of this motherfucker throwing her around on the floor and beating her up on the staircase and everything like that they actually showed. Darius, I hope you actually make it to the jailhouse. It says Palmer admitted in her filing that she is afraid of not only for her safety, but also for the 8-month-old son, Leo, whatever their last name is. Why you want to mess with? Now, apparently, he got mad at her one of these times of him beating her up and throwing her down the steps because she did a photo shoot where she was in a bikini. Now, she said on the ride home from doing the photo shoot, she decided she wanted to show him the picture because she knew it was going to be a problem once she got home. Darius, you knew you was getting with a celebrity. You knew that. She's a musician. She's an actress. She's a TV host. She's all of those things. So you know she's going to be doing stuff. If you can't handle your woman being a woman and doing what she needs to do to take care of your monkey ass, then maybe you should have been the one to leave out the picture, Darius Jackson. And just like I said before, and I'm going to say it again, you lucky all the old heads are too old to be messing around with an N-word like you. Bye, Darius. Oh my God, they just burned my blood because it's like KeKe Palmer is like America's niece. You know, I had to pull this back. I'm sorry, y'all. Y'all remember when she went down to the Usher concert in Las Vegas? And, you know, she had on her dress with her girls and they were all going out there doing everything and whatnot. And he got mad about that, posted some crazy shit online, talking about a mother of his baby should not be out there scantily dressed going to an Usher concert. You lucky. Like I said, you lucky all the old heads is too grown and old and they just waiting for the courts to deal with your ass. Again, bye, Darius. Until later. Y'all, Louisiana lawmakers have until January 15th to enact new congressional map, the court says. Now, I'm so happy about this. Y'all know all these courts around the country, especially in the Southeast, are making them go back and redraw these gerrymander lines that they're doing all over the place to disenfranchise Black voters. It says here, however, whether current Democratic Governor John Bel Edwards will call a special session to redraw the political boundaries, and if Republican Governor-elect Jeff Landry, who will be inaugurated on January 8th, will have enough time to call a special redistricting session and meet the court's deadlines has yet to be determined. Redraw the lines. Redraw the lines. Have you ever watched it? You ever seen how congressional maps are drawn? They'll do like this. They'll be like white people. Then they'll go real narrow because they know it's black people right there, back to white people, and then real narrow again, back to white people again, so they can cut out the black people in the congressional district. This needs to stop. It says if the legislature does not pass new map by mid-January, the lower district court should conduct a trial and, quote, decide on a plan for the 2024 elections, unquote, according to the order by the U.S. Court of Appeals for the 5th District. Come on, y'all, Louisiana. Come on, Louisiana. I'm so tired of people saying that voting doesn't matter. This is why we need to make sure we have representatives, the right representatives in the places where you live. Redraw those maps. I told y'all I'm gonna be angry on the show today. There's nothing really funny happening out there. Oh my God. What poverty looks like in America oftentimes is white, and why it matters. There are many problems with inaccurate racialization of poverty. It can be stigmatizing to blacks who are more successful economically than media accounts for the poverty that it suggests. In other words, what you're trying to say is that, you look around here. We got HBCUs, we got black people running all the TV shows, we got black people running all the sports, all that kind of stuff like that, but they still want to say that we the poorest people. Latinos in this country don't have no colleges and universities. Asians don't have their own colleges and universities. We have it. But poor white people, here they go. And it can discourage whites, Asians, and Latinos from seeking the help they may need because of a perception that benefits are, quote, not for them. Recognizing that poverty is universal and prevalent in all groups could have had two important effects. It could encourage more poor people who need benefits to apply for them, and it could create common ground around poverty programs, recognizing how necessary they are for people of all backgrounds. White poor people, I'm gonna need y'all to get it together because y'all out here bugging right now. This chart right here shows, it says poor people, white people are 21.3% poor. Black people are 23.1% poor. Asians are 16.8% poor. Hispanics are 36% poor. And all others are 2.8% poor. Now, this graph right here that I just told y'all about is kind of skewed because there's more white people. The country is 56% white. So that means that there's more white people on government assistance and everything than anybody else. And why does this matter when it comes to them voting against their interests? It says why low-income white Republicans vote against their economic interests. There has been much speculation on why low-income white Americans vote Republican despite the GOP's tendencies to cut down welfare, lower taxes for the wealthy, and overall favor the interests of corporations and their shareholders. Popular narratives attribute this to the growing I don't know what this word is. I think it's resident among white low-income voters towards the Democrats' social policies like immigration, abortion, and gay marriage. So if they was get the white people, because what the poor white people are voting against, they're voting against those things that I just mentioned: immigration, abortion rights, gay people. That's what they're voting against in order to not have them have economic power in this country. It's a mind fuck what white people are doing to poor white people in this country. It says their social policies on immigration, abortion, and gay marriage to the point to where they purposefully overlook their economic interests, or that voters are simply misled and cannot identify which party will benefit them the most. These tend to take on a oversimplifying and sometimes infantilizing tone. Y'all, poor white people, I need y'all to come together with black people like Voltron. Because guess what? Just because you don't like gay marriage does not mean you shouldn't be getting the benefits that you should be getting in this country. Okay? Come on, poor white people. Let's go. Oh my God, I thought I was done with this, but I'm not. There's one more page. Furthermore, while voting Republican creates an economic disadvantage for white Americans among the working poor through more limited welfare programs, it socially upholds the privileges that come with being white. W.E.B. Du Bois pointed out an example of this hidden wage of whiteness among white men who formed a coalition with plantation owners in the 1870s and 80s to pass laws overwhelmingly benefits elites and disadvantaged factory workers and small land owners. Despite these laws ultimately determining the interests of the poor white workers, they were compensated by the social and psychological wage of fitting into whiteness. Y'all, listen. White people, white people, white people. Just know this. Until I'm free, you ain't gonna be free. Bye, white people, poor white people. Y'all, some good news. Ho! SZA leads the 2024 Grammy nominations as women outpace men in leading categories. This comes from the Los Angeles AP. Killing her ex. That's a bad idea. Writing Kill Bill and releasing her critically acclaimed sophomore album, SOS, early this year. I mean, that's like a ripoff. Did Rihanna already release that SOS, baby? You can't, whatever. That was a great one. SZA is in the lead contender for the 66 Grammy Awards with 9 nominations announced on Friday. Now, I don't know none of her music. I ain't gonna lie. I don't know none of SZA music, but if y'all know any of SZA music, please jump down in the comment section and let me know. Now, guess what? On yesterday's show, I told you I was gonna do a giveaway. $20 to the first person who can mention their 2 senators in their state. Put it in the comment section. And then along with your email address or your Cash App, I'll Cash App you the money, but you gotta share the show with your friends. It also says that Kill Bill, her revenge anthem cloaked in an R&B ballad, earned her nods for Record of the Year, Song of the Year, and Best R&B Performance. Congratulations, SZA. Bye. Now, y'all, I got to tell y'all something. These airlines out here be bugging. Are you guys familiar with Skip Lagged? If you're familiar with Skip Lagged, let me know in the comment section, Aki Nation. Skip Lagged is basically an app where you can purchase legs of trips. Like, say, for instance, if you want to go to New York City, and but the flight that they have there, the flight is going to New York, but it's going to stop in Atlanta. But you got to get off in Atlanta, and you can't check no bags, because if you check a bag, your bag is going to go on to New York. So I had to go to South Carolina for an emergency a couple of weeks ago. And I spent 3 hours at my computer. I'm going to show you how to save some money. I'm trying to show you how to save some money when it comes to flying around this country. So Miss Delta and all those girls was from San Antonio to Charleston was charging like $960 per person round trip. I was like, $960, baby. Listen, y'all know the struggle can be real over here, but sometimes it really ain't. But let me tell y'all what to do. There's 2 cities in this country that's the cheapest to fly to. That's Las Vegas and Orlando. Now, when I was booking all these flights, now mind you, I'm sitting here with 2 screens trying to figure out how I'm going to do this. I found a flight from San Antonio to Las Vegas for $113, Las Vegas to Charleston for $53. But I couldn't make it to Las Vegas early enough, so I was like, you know what? Let me fly to Orlando. So I flew to Orlando for $113, flew from Orlando to Charleston for another $135. So that's like $300. So between me and my mom, that was $600. 6 and 6 is $1,200 versus $1,800. So I didn't save $1,000. I saved like $600-$700. But whatever. I flew Frontier from San Antonio to Orlando, then American from Orlando to Charlotte, Charlotte to Charleston. Now I had to book all these legs one by one. You got to sit down with ITA Matrix. I'm quite sure y'all know what that is by Google, and also with Skip Lag. And I booked each one of these legs one by one. That's how you're going to save some money. Remember, fly to Vegas or Orlando to get to your destination, and you'll save a lot of money. The airlines don't want you to know this, but guess what? I'm giving you the tea right now. Bye, airlines. Y'all, guess what? Marlon Wayans was on the Breakfast Club today, and he talked about a bunch of stuff. He talked about how he doesn't have to write down anything for his specials anymore. He just puts it all in his head. But the biggest thing I wanted to talk about was that he talked about having a transgender son. His son transferred from his daughter transitioned to his son. I'm sorry, his daughter transitioned into a son from Amai into Kai. Now he talks about this in a very comedic way. He says this is one of the best hours he ever had. But one thing I want you to notice between the difference between him and Gabrielle Union and Dwayne Wade, he's not up there putting pictures up and doing all of this. He is doing a stand-up comedy special for 1 hour. He's going to talk about it and joke about it and everything like that. But he said that he had to learn that he was the one in denial. It had to go from hate into unconditional love and acceptance. I think that's really amazing. Now, you know, that other couple, they claim they're going to do something like that too, but we all know that they didn't do that. Congratulations. Oh, you know what he told his son? He told his son, he says, nigga, you transition. Oh my God. He said, you transition. Why can't I say transitioning? He says, you transitioning into your brother. You look just like him. LOL. Bye, Marlon. You doing a good job. Lord have mercy. I told y'all there wasn't a lot of salaciousness on this show tonight. I'm going to try to make it as funny as possible. I'm looking through this stuff, child. Y'all, it ain't looking too funny, but it is some important stuff coming up next that I need to tell y'all about. Oh, y'all, Ivanka Trump is back in the news. Somebody said, my jaw almost dropped. Experts stunned by Ivanka's proof that Trump was robbing Peter to pay Paul. So in other words, he's just like the rest of us. This is Ivanka. He was literally borrowing money from his kids. Trump is borrowing money from his kids, bro. From their piggy banks in order to satisfy Deutsche Bank that had enough money to borrow from them and what he had, Rubin explained. And I'm not sure what the impact of that struck everybody in the courtroom, but like I said, my jaw almost dropped. Ivanka, keep telling your dad, bye. Y'all, a lady won the Virginia lottery twice in 1 week. She was reportedly sitting around the campfire, casual. I guess she was a Karen. Oh, well, you know what I mean. Non-melanated. Sitting around a campfire, casually playing Safari Quest on her phone again. Minton noticed that the jackpot suddenly reset, but it didn't really set in her that she was the winner. She remembers thinking, dang, somebody just hit. They're so lucky. A few moments later, she made an exciting connection. Minton had just won nearly $1 million, $912,000 to be exact. I'm in shock, she told the VA lottery officials. I'm in disbelief. The day before my mom bought this ticket, I rang the bell and walked out of the hospital after completing my last treatment for breast cancer. Oh my God, congratulations. That's good for you, girl. You probably need that money to pay your medical bills. Bye. I'm just playing. Y'all, why is Blueface in the news today? Blueface. He got roasted for fiance's home cooking. It looked like prison food. Now, I seen the food. It don't really look like prison food. He had like some pasta noodles, you know, rigatoni or whatever with the meat sauce and everything. Kind of looked like spaghetti or whatever, but with the big rigatoni noodles. And then he had a slice of cheese melted on top. I mean, that's not prison food. Blueface was roasted online for proudly showing off his new fiance, Jaden Alexis, home cooking. which had a culinary critics mocking the millionaire for eating like he was living paycheck to paycheck. Y'all, bye Blueface. Get out of here. I don't even know who this girl is. Bye, Gigi Gorgeous. Guess what it's time for, y'all? It's time for me to talk about one more important thing that I almost skipped over. Today is the anniversary of the 1898 Wilmington Massacre and coup de. I'm sorry, you guys. I had a couple of cocktails earlier. That's why I'm a little all over the place tonight. But I really couldn't find nothing to tell y'all. In 1898, there was a massacre in Wilmington, North Carolina. Today's the anniversary of it. I want to go down this timeline of everything that happened, but it's so crazy. It says, in the days leading up to the tragic events, the New Hanover County's Democrats used threats and intimidation to stop African Americans from voting. Stop them from voting in the November 8th, 1898 pro-Democratic Party election. Officers also tampered with the returns. Because of these tactics, Democrats swept the election. Now, even back then, women couldn't vote, black women couldn't vote, but black men could vote. I don't even want to read this because it's so depressing. But guess what? Just like what happened in Tulsa, just like what happened in the other movies and stuff like that we have. I'm so tired of reporting on these stories about white people coming to our towns and lynching people and doing all this and that. They lynched like 60 people. It came in and gentrified the whole town in Wilmington and turned it into a white place today. I have a family member that lives in Wilmington right now, and I asked her, I was like, well, did y'all get it back black? She's like, no, it's still white. The downtown is completely gentrified into whiteness. Sick of white people and all y'all mess. And I ain't talking about poor white people. Y'all know who I'm talking about when I say white people. And guess what it's time for, y'all? It's time for Boom the Kim K Slam. Ain't a lot of slamation going on tonight. I'm slamming Darius Jackson. You know why? You know what you did to KeKe Palmer. And you lucky all the old Jesus old because they'll come and handle your ass. Bye. Louisiana lawmakers, y'all got 15 days or 20 days or 30 days to change those laws down there so black people can have an accurate voice down there to the Louisiana. Bye. Low-income white people. Low-income white people. Like I said, until I'm free, you will not be free. And stop voting against yourself. Bye, poor white people. SZA, congratulations. You don't get a slam today. Airlines, I'm slamming y'all for not telling people how to actually buy cheap flights. Y'all buy your segments one by one and you'll save a whole bunch of money. Buy all the airlines. Blueface, listen, your girlfriend named Jaden Alexis, you ain't do nothing wrong. Y'all ain't even getting slammed today. And YouTuber Gigi Gorgeous, I squeezed silicone from my illegal butt injections into a New York City restaurant bathroom floor. Now that's the story I was supposed to read. Bye, Gigi Gorgeous, nasty ass. And breaking down Kourtney Kardashian's Lux registry for baby Rocky, $900 wagon wheel, and a bomb and a womb-shaped crib and more. We don't care, Kourtney. Bye. And that's the end of the show, y'all. Guess what? Like, share, and subscribe. Again, if you know your two state senators, go ahead and drop down in the comment section. Let me know who they are, along with your Cash App. I give you $20, and let's make sure we register to vote. You guys, love you. See you on Monday. Peace. Hopefully there's some more news. Today was so dry, like there was no tea out there. Bye, y'all. Later.